Where were you on Saturday night? Where were you watching the Heisman?
At home with my roommate.
Really?
Yeah, we kind of hung out at home and just turned it on. And if you go on the Snapchat of all the players, they're all Snapchatting and watching it and getting all excited when he won. So it's pretty cool. I texted him that night too, and he actually got back to me, a few days later. But it's pretty cool that I heard he was trying to text everybody back that.
Did he tell you how many people were getting a hold of him? We heard he had like 1,000.
Yeah. That's what I heard too. So yeah, that's crazy.
What was that emotion like for you personally when you hear his name called? You see him walk up there with this crowd of the game's best players.
Yeah, that's a big deal because it's the biggest award in college football. And I practice with that guy. We all practice with him every day and see how he works and see how he practices, see how he prepares for games. And like the people that voted for the award, they could see it. Everybody else could see it. He's the best player in college football.
Were you expecting him to be that emotional when he gave his speech?
I don't know, cause he tries to keep his cool in games, and he's not too emotional around us. But I definitely. I think every athlete has, the side of him that, is really thankful for, everybody that's helped him and his family and his friends. And so, he let them be done.
What does it mean for this program to have their first Heisman winner be your starting quarterback?
Yeah, it's big. It gives us I feel like it gives us a little edge, because now we have the best player in college football. We're going into, the first round of the playoffs with the Rose Bowl. And, as a university, it's going to be a big thing. Just being the first of anything is exciting, and it'll help, in the future when, we're recruiting and everything, say, hey, we won a Heisman, we can do it.
He's going on Letterman tonight. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I heard about that too. That's why he wasn't at practice today. So, but yeah, so I'll probably try to tune in and watch that, see what he has to say.
What do you think his top 10 is going to be like tonight?
Shoot, I don't know. That's a hard one. I'll just probably just watch and see what he says.
What do you guys know about Florida State? How much have you seen from them?
They're fast and athletic and big, so we just have to prepare, be ready to go. I know a few of the defensive backs personally. Ronald Darby, I used to run against him in track, for a long time. So he's a real fast guy. He can play, and then Kermit Whitfield, I ran against him too. So we have a fast team, an athletic team. So as long as we can we can stop some of their key guys, it would be okay.
How does their speed compare to other Pac-12 teams you may have seen this season?
I don't know. I know they have a few, really, really elite guys. So, as a whole, you can say, U of A as a team, their speed is great. Washington as a team, their speed is great with John Ross. But, they have some of those guys at Florida State that can really open up the field, kind of like we had with DeAnthony last year. So, yeah.
What has it been like this week getting back into that game mode? You guys had time off last week to take care of finals and take care of some business, but what is it like getting back onto the practice field and really flipping that switch again, getting ready for in particular bowls?
It's kind of hard, but we need it. Like you said, last week we had finals, and then I went up to Seattle to hang out with my mom for a few days, and so I was kind of just laying back, just ate a whole bunch of junk food and everything like that. So I felt a little bit sluggish today. I was a little sore. Everybody was a little sore from lifting, getting back into the flow of things. But I think by tomorrow we'll be fine and ready to go. And, we're gonna jump into it, and then we'll have another week off. And then hopefully, hopefully when I go home I'll be able to work out and stay in shape and ready to go. So when we come back to the Rose Bowl for preparation, we'll be good to go and ready to play.
Mentally, was there a flip that you guys needed to switch getting onto the field side?
Not really. I think the coaches did a real good job of easing us into it. We had a little shakeout earlier this week, so our legs were a little sore, but that's just like any other team. And I think mentally we didn't take it really easily. Mentally, we kind of went like putting us back to fall camp, and we were running plays that we haven't run for months. So mentally it was good work, and we jumped into it physically to kind of keep us healthy and get us going again.
Byron said the month off between games, quote, sucks. What do you feel about the month between games? How do you guys kind of, combat against, losing focus?
Yeah, I mean, it sucks because, it's just a long season, and football is fun, but you get tired. It's, 4 or 5 months of playing football. It's a long time, but also it gives you a lot of time to prepare and get ready. And some guys that are injured, can get healthy, and we can have some of those guys back for the game.
Did you do any hurdles in the off season?
No, I haven't. Yeah, I went to practice for the first time last week, during finals week and just watch with some of my friends. My roommate Mitch Modine is a decathlete, so I was watching him practice, and you know I don't really mess with that stuff until after the football season.
Is that for fear of injury almost? Or?
No, just because it's a lot. I could do it during spring ball because we had practice every other day, and you know with practice every day, it'd just be a lot on my body, and I don't think it would benefit me, you know, that much extra.
You know, this might be a little TMI. How much does your body change over the course of a football season compared to where you were in May?
You know, in May and then over the summer, you know, we spend a lot of time, you know, during track season, I spend a lot of time leaning out and getting ready to run fast. And then in summer, I spend a lot of time gaining strength, you know, staying lean. And now, you know, as the season goes on, you don't get to lift as much. So now it's just kind of maintaining and hoping that you can keep some strength. You know, and I was squatting 185 on Saturday. I was having a hard time with that. So you know, your body just, you know, is used to running around, and you know, you don't squat anybody on a football field, so we don't really need to worry about that yet.
That's probably not as much as Amani Stevens squats.
No, not even close. No, but I don't do what he does. So.
Hey, Keenan Lowe's been quite a mentor for you guys, hasn't he? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, he's been a big key, you know, a big part of our success. You know, he's one of those guys that kind of gives us, you know, tips and pointers, and then he's able to, you know, encourage us, and he knows exactly what to do and how to do it. You know, he's one of those guys that the coaches make examples of him all the time because he's doing everything right, and so now we can just kind of follow, and it makes everything easy.